like come on?
Move on, this one. Harmonium, no. Yeah, okay. So I'll just do it back. Use this. Thank you so much. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari 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 Gopi Chana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Gopi Chana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Yeshodanandana Jaya Prajana Ranjana Yeshodanandana Jaya Prajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Bihari Gopi Chana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Gopi Chana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Yeshodanandana Jaya Prajana Ranjana Yeshodanandana Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Jaya Radha Gopinata, Radha Gopinata, Shri Radhe, Jaya Radha, Radha Gopinata, Shri Radha. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Radha Gopinath Bhagwan ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Bhagavad Gita ki, Jai. Okay. Hare Krishna. Welcome to the Bhakti Shastri course. We're doing it. This is the third week 3. Do you mind moving forward? Please come forward. So we have been doing chapter 1. Chapter 1. Last week we went up to from Shloka 1 to 23. Today we're going to continue from 24. Then we'll see up to 38. Yeah. Okay, let's begin with the Mangalacharan. Om Agnana Timirandasya Gnana Jala Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Ena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kalamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Undeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavancha Shri Rupam Sagrajantam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Samadutam Parijana Sahita Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Aguna Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitancha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Brindavaneshwari Vrishabhanustute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpa Tarurbhescha Krupa Sindhu Bhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai. So anybody wants to recap last week? What was the main theme? So Arjuna, who started the verse? First verse is Dhritarashtra. Yeah, Dhritarashtra started the verse, and then he was saying about Duryodhana, how he was speaking with the commander, Dronacharya, and he was explaining how many people and what is their strength. And opposite side, he didn't even notice anybody he didn't even notice the Krishna. He didn't tell anything about Krishna, but he was comparing with their army, and he was saying they're more powerful than the opposite. And then what happened? So they started blowing the conch shells. And then when they blow the conch shell, nothing extraordinary happened. But after that, Krishna and Pandavas, they started blowing their conch shell. Then what happened? The sound, vibration, makes Kauravas trembling. They started vibrating. Oh, what is this happening? So that didn't happen before. And then what happened now at 23, 20, 23. Arjuna started in action. He started his action. What he did, he said to Krishna, please move my chariot in between. Now move my chariot in between. So let me see who are all assembled for fighting. So that is where we stopped. Now we start with the 24. So we'll finish 24 to 26. Okay, so this is the first part of the first chapter. First chapter is, there are two parts. One is observing the armies. So we are in the observing armies. So Yudhishthira, Gaur, who is observing the armies? Arjuna is observing the armies. So here, with the 24, we'll see what happened. So may I have a volunteer? Somebody wants to please read the translation, Prabhu, front. Prabhu, you want to read the translation, Prabhu?
Said,
yeah.
O descendant of Bharath, having thus been addressed by Arjuna, Lord Krishna drew up his fine chariot in the midst of the armies of both parties.
Yeah. So now, who is speaking this? Sanjaya is saying. So Sanjaya, where is Sanjaya? Is in Hastinapur. Hastinapur is nothing but it's like a Delhi now. If you go to Vrindavan, have you been to Vrindavan? So it's a Delhi. And the place where the battle is further away, Kurukshetra. So there is a far distance between this. So now we can see the focus from Duryodhana and the battlefield focus is now drifted back to Sanjaya. Okay, now the conversation between Sanjaya and Dhritarashtra. So Sanjaya is saying, O descendant of Bharata, having thus spoken, addressed by Arjuna, Lord Krishna drew up his chariot into the midst of the armies. So Lord Krishna now taking the chariot in between the armies. So Krishna, we saw, Krishna is Bhakta Vatsala. What is a Bhakta Vatsala means? He fulfills the desires of the devotees, Bhakta. So he fulfills whatever the desire it may be. It may be the menial desire, like he wants to be a charioteer, like a driver. He's ready to do it. So here, Srila Prabhupada explains the word Gudakesha. So I would request somebody to read the purport for me, please. The 24 purport.
In this verse, Arjuna is referred to as Gudakesha. Gudaka means sleep, and one who conquers sleep is called Gudakesha. Sleep also means ignorance. So Arjuna conquered both sleep and ignorance because of his friendship with Krishna. As a great devotee of Krishna, he could not forget Krishna even for a moment, because that is the nature of a devotee. Either in waking or in sleep, a devotee of the Lord can never be free from thinking of Krishna's name, form, qualities and pastimes. Thus, a devotee of Krishna can conquer both sleep and ignorance simply by thinking of Krishna constantly. This is called Krishna consciousness or Samadhi. As Hrishikesha, or the director of the senses and mind of every living entity, Krishna could understand Arjuna's purpose in placing the chariot in the midst of the armies. Thus he did so and spoke as follows.
Right. So Sanjay is saying that in the second line of the 24th, Gudakesha Bharata. So that's what Prabhupada is explaining. Why he is being called Gudakesha? Because he is a conqueror of sleep or ignorance. So in Bhagavad Gita we can see when Krishna and Arjuna they are speaking, they use the different names for people, like himself, themselves. Different names depending on the context, and then that gives a lot of rasa, isn't it? Like a meaning. So that is what observed here also. So Gudakesha, he is a conqueror of ignorance. And so Prabhupada also explains, if you are a devotee, you will never be in ignorance. You'll see what is happening. Okay, so the word here is Senayor Ubayor Madhya. Madhye. Senayor means army, yeah. Ubayor Madhya means in the middle, midst of the army, yes. Do you need a Bhagavad Gita? It's up there, we can take it. It's okay. Okay, now, so we'll move to the 25. So what has happened now? So Arjuna was requesting Krishna to move the Ratha. Then what happens? So in the presence of Bhishma, Drona, and all the other chieftains of the word, the Lord said, just behold Partha, all the Kurus assembled here. This is a very important turning point here. So this sloka, first 1.25, is the first time Lord Krishna is speaking in Bhagavad Gita. So this is the first time Krishna is speaking. And that he didn't speak the whole verse. He said, just behold Partha. Vacha Partha paschaitan samavetan kurunniti. That's all he spoke. So just behold Partha, all the Kurus assembled here. So first we'll see what Prabhupada is saying here. And Prabhupada is explaining Rishikesha here. So what is Rishikesha? So I would like to request somebody to, Prabhu, please, can you read, please, the purport?
As the super soul of all living entities, Lord Krishna could understand what was going on in the mind of Arjuna. The use of word Harishikesha in this connection indicates that he knew everything. And the word Partha, meaning the son of Pratha or Kunti, is also similarly significant in reference to Arjuna. As a friend, he wanted to inform Arjuna that because Arjuna was son of Pratha, the sister of his own father Vasudeva, he had agreed to be the janitor of Arjuna. Now what did Krishna mean when he told Arjuna to behold the Kurus? Did Arjuna want to stop there and not stop? Krishna never expected such things from the son of his own aunt Pratha. The mind of Arjuna was thus predicted by the Lord in friendly joking.
Yeah. So Prabhupada is explaining Rishikesha. He knows everything what people think, as because he is a Paramatma. So he's a Paramatma sitting in your heart, and he can know what you are thinking. Right? Before your mind come to the idea, gets the idea, Krishna knows what you are thinking. How cool is it, isn't it? So that's Rishikesha. He knows everything. Rishikesha, master of senses. Rishikesha. So here, what is happening is Krishna telling Arjuna, behold Partha. See, all your Kuru dynasty is here. So what is happening is Krishna putting a spell on Arjuna, and he's putting the Yogamaya on Arjuna. Because Arjuna is such a devotee, if otherwise he's covered up with the knowledge, then Krishna can't speaking Bhagavad Gita. There's no chance of speaking Bhagavad Gita. So he covers his knowledge with the Yogamaya. And then how he covers with this flowery, with these words, they say, look at these. All these people are nothing but your Kuru dynasty. what are you going to say with this? You know everyone. See, look at this. They're all your own people. Then what happened? This is the turning point. As until now, it was okay. Arjuna was ready, he was blue, conchal, everything. Then, when he wanted to see the army, when he came, and then Arjuna was under the illusion Yogamaya, then what happens? He started. See, you will see the result, what happens. But here, we need to understand what Arjuna is believing is with his eyes. Okay? So he's looking at the army, and then he's deciding now, because he is depending on his own eyes, pratyaksha praman. Okay? So there are three kinds of praman. Praman means evidences. There are three kinds of evidences. Pratyaksha praman, anuman praman, and shabda praman. So pratyaksha, they're all Sanskrit words. So please don't get freaked out with words. Pratyaksha means looking, evidence, looking at the from your eyes. So whatever you see is what you see. Pratyaksha means present. Then anuman praman means also you can say inference. Inference is I don't have to evidence, assumption or hypothesis. So like I don't have to look for a sun to understand there is a day or night, isn't it? So that's the assumption. Hypothesis. I'm here means I definitely had my father. All right, isn't it? Like that. So that's like a logical. That's a anuman. The third kind of evidence is shabda praman. Shabda praman means hearing, by hearing. I can hear and then understand. So Vedas are shabda praman. Because so many things we don't able to understand, otherwise passed down from the parampara. So that's the Vedas. Okay, so we'll get to that point. But here, what we need to understand is Arjuna is looking at the army, and he was looking at Krishna brought Arjuna in front of Bhishma and Drona. So it's in presence of Bhishma and Drona. He's so, Krishna is so calculative, he knows that if we bring Arjuna just in front of Bhishma and Drona, then he can be put into illusion. So he just brought him and then say, look at this. So what Arjuna is doing is he's looking at them and they started bewildering. So this is called pratyaksha praman, and then he's getting the decision. He's taking the decision by looking at, believing his eyes. Okay, but normally if we get bewildered like that with the pratyaksha, what we need to do is you have to go for hearing as well. Hearing from the authority. That's what Arjuna is going to do. He won't decide anything. Like in Ramayana, Kaikeyi heard words from Mantara, isn't it? Mantara. And she took the decision. Ram should not be taking part in the, Ram should not be taken into throne. You all heard this story? You all know? Yeah? So, who don't know? I can repeat that. Yeah, all right. So, Mataji, you want to say the story? You don't know? Okay, all right. So, who wants to repeat? Can somebody share the story? No volunteers today? Okay. So, yeah. And sons Sorry? Sorry, Duryodhana. Dronacharya is a teacher. Yeah, Duryodhana and Lakshmana. So Duryodhana's son is Lakshmana. So they're all sitting there, assembled there. Now they're ready to fight. Okay? So don't worry about too much on the names, but what we need to understand is too many, a lot of generation people are there, assembled there. And that's the situation. Arjuna is looking at it. And then naturally you think, we can't do anything with that, isn't it? Even though they are ready to fight, we don't feel like fighting it. Isn't it? Imagine you in the position where your dharma is to kill your relatives. They're all standing there. I can't imagine that. So that's the situation. Okay, we'll move on with 27. Yeah.
When the son of Kunti, Arjuna, saw all these different grades of friends and relatives, he became overwhelmed with compassion and spoke thus.
Yeah, so now he become overwhelmed and compassion. So this is what happens, to the Arjuna.
Arjuna said, "My dear Krishna, seeing my friends and relatives present before me in such a fighting spirit, I feel the limbs of my body quivering and my mouth drying up."
Yeah, beautiful. So now he says, my dear Krishna, seeing my friends and relatives. So far, in the previous sloka, what he was saying, Dhritarashtra Durbuddhe means cunning people like Dhritarashtra, the people who wanted to help the cunning people, cunning like Duryodhana. So he used to say, people as cunning people, people who want to help the cunning Duryodhana. Now he's saying, my friends and relatives. He started telling them as my friends and relatives. Yeah, everything perspective is changed. It's all because of Krishna's Yogamaya covering Arjuna. All right, so his perspective is changed. Now he says my friends and relatives. So again, Krishna, it's coming up like a see these people, see these people. So, and Krishna is used for the first time in Bhagavad Gita. Normally, Krishna never been used, rarely, these other words like Keshava, Madhusudana, Madhava, those words is used, but here Krishna is used. Okay, Ramprabhu, you want to read the purport for me, please? We'll read the purport. It's a very nice.
Any man who has genuine devotion to the Lord has all the good qualities which are found in godly persons or in the demigods, whereas the non-devotee, however advanced he may be in material qualifications by education, but in culture, lacks in godly qualities. As such, Arjuna, just after seeing his kinsmen, friends and relatives on the battlefield, was at once overwhelmed by compassion for them who had so desired to fight amongst themselves. As far as his soldiers were concerned, he was sympathetic from the beginning, but he felt compassion even for the soldiers for the opposite party, posing their imminent death. And while he was so thinking, the limbs of his body began to quiver and his mouth became dry. He was more or less astonished to see their fighting spirit. Practically the whole community, all blood relatives of Arjuna had come to fight with him. This overwhelmed a kind devotee like Arjuna. Although it is not mentioned here, still one can easily imagine that not only were Arjuna's bodily limbs quivering and his mouth drying up, but he was also crying out of compassion. Such symptoms in Arjuna were not due to weakness, but to his softness, soft-heartedness, a characteristic of pure devotee of Lord. It is said, therefore, one who has functioning devotion for the personality of Godhead has all good qualities of demigod. But one who is not a devotee of the Lord has only material qualifications that are of little value. This is because he is hovering on the mental plane and is certain to be attracted by the glaring material energy.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Prabhu. So now we can see Arjuna's feeling its limbs of the body quivering and mouth is drying up. Its intensity is going more and more now. It's more and more bewildering. And Prabhupada is nicely explaining, such a symptom in Arjuna were not due to the weakness of his soft-heartedness, a characteristics of a pure devotee of the Lord. So that's the characteristics of the pure devotee. It's not the weakness. So it's not that he has got a weak heart, he can't do anything. It's not that. It's because of his compassion, soft-heartedness.
He's courageous but merciful.
Yeah.
And because it's his relative, it's like a civil war.
Exactly.
There he feels like his relatives against relatives.
Yeah, he's got a compassion to with that. So it's not that weak-heartedness. And we need to understand and that he's under Yoga Maya again. And he's not real characteristics of the cowardness of, Okay, but Prabhupada is nicely explaining, if one has got that unflinching devotion, that's the last paragraph, that he will personally have all qualities of the Lord, the demigods. Okay, so it's so nice to understand. See, suppose if you want to develop some qualities, we should go to the person who has got that qualities, isn't it? So who is that person has got all the qualities? Krishna. So if you want to develop any qualities, come to Krishna consciousness. That's it. So that's what Prabhupada is saying. A devotee, a perfect devotee, has got all the qualities of the demigods. And so now Arjuna is quivering, limbs of the body is quivering, and mouth is drying up. Right? Before that, he was seeing Drona and Bhishma and Drona, and he's seeing them. His throat is drying, and he is trembling. Let's see what happens now. So from here, I'll written on the board as well, from 1.29, okay, from here, we go to the second part of the first chapter. So the second portion is 20.
I'd like to add a point to this.
Yeah.
I was listening to the lecture where Arjunas Maharaj
Yeah.
was explaining how little things happen among ourselves and we start blaming each other, whereas Yudhishthira Maharaj was so absolutely innocent, he was excited to the forest. Bhishma was almost, they were put on the fire, but they were ready to take all the responsibility. We are responsible for this fight. Maharaj said, we have to learn from them. They are setting an example for us how we should behave as devotees and how we should be ready to take the blames and not just, I wasn't responsible for this. So Maharaj was just making that positivity, right?
Very nice point, Mataji.
Also, Srila Prabhupada was
Yep.
listening to the lectures where Srila Prabhupada was these verses, and Srila Prabhupada was just saying, just understand, and he said that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. He will always take care of us.
Exactly. So that's why devotees are called para dukkha dukhi. Means if somebody is in distress, we will try to take the dukkha, is their distress, and help him. And what you are saying, rightly said. So if anything you feel it's not in your control, Krishna is in control of that. Don't worry. People think this is not out of my control, then it's gone. Don't say that. Don't think like that. If anything is not in your control, it's in the control of Krishna. So anyway, he's a father. So Father is in control. Don't worry, everything will be okay. If you got that assurance, yeah, we won't be under distress. Thank you, Mataji. Keep listening. So from 27th we started. 27 to verse 30 is a compassion. I should have told you before. Sorry. So it's written there. So now Arjuna's lamentation. The second part of first chapter is Arjuna's lamentation. So he's going to lament, oh, what I am going to do this. Oh, this is not the right thing. I can't do this. So he'll lament. So the first few slokas up to 30 is he'll give the reason for compassion. Compassion as a reason not to fight. And he'll say, oh, they're all my relatives, my teachers, and then my friends. See, that's what he was saying. Oh, by looking at Bhishma and Drona, oh, I can't do this. So he's showing the compassion. And he say, oh, 5 generation people are there. Kids are also there. Oh, grandsons. Oh, I can't do this. So that's what compassion. And then from 31 to 35, he'll give you the reason not to fight as a enjoyment. You're going to see that. So he's going to tell, see this, what I'm going to achieve after gaining the kingdom. If everyone is died, whom should I enjoy this wealth with? Then we'll come to that. And then from 36 to 38, fear of sinful reaction. Okay. He's going to say, if I kill them, I will go into incur sin. Papa. I don't want to have the karmic reaction. So that's what he's going to give the argument in court. Yes.
The first part, you said Arjuna's compassion, the reason for him.
Not to fight, yeah.
Yeah. Is it because he has attachment and pastimes with the relatives that he has that compassion, or is it compassion because he's going to go for a war, kill people? Is it more because of the attachment he has, or the people he's seeing in front of him?
Yeah.
The relatives?
Yeah. Krishna will give you the answer for that in second chapter. He'll counterattack his this thing by saying, he'll put the knowledge saying that, I'm telling the answer, sorry. So, yeah, Arjuna is feeling the compassion, because they're all my relatives. Like, if you take a Bhishma, he used to play with Bhishma. He used to pull his beard, because he didn't have a father, own father. So he used to play with Bhishma. Bhishma is the grandfather. Our grandfathers are always merciful compared to our fathers, isn't it? Generous. That's how they say Prabhupada is more merciful for us because he's our grandfather, spiritual grandfather. So like he used to play with Bhishma and pulling his beard and cracking jokes, and they were like a pet kids because they were so educated, and they were like a highly trained. So they used to have very intimate relations. So, and that kind of people are standing in front of you, whom you're going to kill. That's you naturally feel, I don't want to do this. Even there. Later on he says, Arjuna says, even though they kill me, I don't want to kill them. And Prabhupada also says, for elder people, even you should not even abuse or give the words back. Even with the words itself, you can't scold them or abuse them or anything. Even with the words. In that situation, how can I really literally kill them. That is horrible, ghastly, isn't it? That's what he's feeling. I can't do this.
Because he doesn't hate them.
Yeah, yeah,
He doesn't have any hate.
yeah,
So when you see or think about war, you think you hate the enemy, you know,
yeah,
that's an enemy.
yeah,
They've done some injustice,
Yeah.
something.
yeah,
It's amazing for you to want to
exactly, exactly. And that reminds me, before starting the war, Arjuna and Yudhishthira, they went into Bhishma and Dronacharya, and they take their blessings. And they ask them, how can we kill you? Can you explain, tell us, how can we kill you? Is it possible somebody come to you and say, how can I kill you? And you're going to tell them that literally how they can kill you.
the most merciful way.
That's, see,
Also, my most favorite story is that how Vishnupadama actually tells, no, actually Krishna is the knower of everyone, and Vishnupadama has those 5 arrows to kill the Pandavas, and Vishnupadama goes and Duryodhana goes to Vishnupadama and is like, you're just useless, you're knocking the Pandavas, and they're coming on us, why are you? And Vishnupadama's like, that's an insult. And he says, I've got 5 arrows, I'll kill all of them tomorrow. And then Duryodhana says, give those arrows to me. So Vishnupadama gives those arrows to him. Krishna knows everything. Krishna goes to Arjuna and says, go to Duryodhana for dinner, Prashadam, and ask him for arrows. He wouldn't deny you. And so Arjuna actually goes to Duryodhana's house, and after finishing the dinner, he gives them the arrows. And Hard was just explaining how interesting it is that even when they were fighting, they were still on humanly platform.
exactly.
That they were very strict on principles. So Duryodhana know those 5 arrows are actually going to kill these,
Yeah,
but he still honored that, that he
Yeah.
gave him the arrows.
yeah. At that time he asked, Arjuna, please sit, come sit, yeah. What do you want? Ask me the kingdom, I'll give it to you. Right now, tell me, I'll give you. But before that, he asked, he got the benediction from Duryodhana. If you need, ask anything for me. Because once he protected protected Duryodhana from danger. Otherwise, he would have killed by Yakshas. So at that time, for Arjuna, he gave a benediction. Ask me anything, I'll give you. Then he said, when the time comes, I'll ask. At that time, he will ask. You said on that day, you can give me anything. Oh, yeah, ask anything. You want the kingdom, I'll give it to you. See, that's the compassion. Huh? But he said, no, I'm not that coward. I don't want to ask you the kingdom, but can you give me that 5 arrows? How do you know that 5 arrows? How do you know? But he was thinking, he didn't tell. Oh, you want 5 arrows? That's it. Give it. He went away. But then he asked Bhishma Deva, I think, how does he know? Then Bhishma said, who is with him? Krishna.
He's knower of
Everything.
So interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, you had to read Mahabharata.
Nothing but secret from Krishna.
Yeah.
He's witnessing everything. It's so amazing.
There are
Chanting.
so many things as we go through. There are so many things, secrets with which Krishna, with that secrets, he will help the devotees. Yeah. Thanks for sharing. Yeah. So Mahabharata has got all the stories, all the things. Yeah. If you have time, so we can read that. Yes, Prabhu.
Regarding compassion, I heard one of Maharaj say, because when the day-to-day, when the real example comes in front of you, like you take the example of a doctor, he may be attending, because Arjuna was not first facing the war. He used to fight. Every day he is business to fight the war. But in this war, the Maharaj was relating when the doctor is doing every day is doing very complicated surgeries.
Yeah.
But when his own son comes in the
You can't do that.
if you day-to-day life, if you think the situation is under control, that is why you were getting. particular scene is what
Exactly. Yeah. He can remember all his very nice thing, Prabhu, nice example. So yeah, he can remember all the intimate relationships with them, isn't it? Like, he was pulling his beard and
when the situation really comes, we cannot give advice to others
yeah,
every day.
yeah,
So when the situation comes to
own relatives and intimate.
when you have to face yourself, then you will realize how that is.
Exactly. It's a very nice example. Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, so that's what we are looking at, the compassion. So 27 to 30. So now we have two more verses. So 29. So can somebody read the 29 from here? This side?
My whole body is trembling, my hair is standing on end, my bow and diver is slipping from my hand, and my skin is burning.
Yeah. The purport as well, Prabhu.
Propath, there are two kinds of trembling of the body and two kinds of standings of the hair on end. Such phenomena occur either in great spiritual ecstasy or out of great fear under material conditions. There is no fear in transcendental realization. Arjuna's symptoms in this situation are out of material fear, namely loss of life. This is evident from other symptoms also. He became so impatient that his famous bow Gandhara was slipping from his hands, and because his heart was burning within him, he was feeling a burning sensation of the skin. All these are due to material conception of life.
Yeah. So now it's the symptom is going further. Now Gandiva is slipping from his hand. So he took a vow once that the Gandiva will be his. It's like like a warrior sign, and he says, whoever tell him to keep the Gandiva bow because you are like not worthy of having the Gandiva bow. Whoever tells him like that, he took a vow to kill him. So that is that shows how how he is powerful with how he is, what do you call the word? I'm looking for the word. So how he is attached to his duty. He can't. Nobody can't tell him to saying that you're not capable. So that how much he is kshatriya, the duty. But here that same Gandiva is slipping. That means is the emotionally, with the heartily, he's feeling the compassion. So imagine, suppose we are holding a dinner plate or something, and suddenly something happened. What immediately happens to you? You take the dinner plate would be slipped, isn't it? Naturally, some shock happened, and you'll leave the plate. That's what's happening to him. So he was holding the Gandiva, ready to fight. Conches are blown, everyone is ready. And then now he's looking at the people and he's getting the emotions. And he's also getting, my skin is burning. Whole body is trembling. My hair is standing on end. And Prabhupada is explaining, this kind of such a symptoms can occur either way, two ways. Either you are in, spiritual ecstasy or in material distress. So mostly for us, if this happens, it is because, all right, don't think that we are in that exalted position. All these are due to the material conception of life. So he's thinking with them as a material related, like maternal uncle, maternal grandfather, maternal. So that's why all this happening. But in chapter 2, Krishna will counterattack this. Let's say what Krishna will say. But until now, what Krishna is just hearing, listening. Yeah, tell, come on, tell. What else happening? Yeah, tell. Okay, until the whole first chapter and second chapter, few verses, he will be just, okay, tell what's happening. Okay, but as I said, I repeat, this first chapter is just a preface. It's just getting into the mood of the second chapter. So actual philosophy is in second chapter. So we might go quickly and then we can finish before the time. So yeah, it's good. So any questions on this? Yeah.
I have a question on 25.
Yeah.
So, as we are going through the shlokas,
Yeah.
it's only either Sanjay speaking or Arjuna speaking.
Yeah.
But in 25, as you said, it's the second, third or last line,
Yeah.
maybe last line of all,
Yeah.
where it said, just behold, Partha, all the Kurus assembled here. Is it the word spoken by
Krishna.
God?
Krishna, yes.
So why this shloka is not being said as Sri Bhagavan Vacha?
Oh, okay. So it is not actually Krishna's started.
So this word, just behold, is Sanjaya's word.
Yeah, could be that. And actually, Krishna's speaking will come. So it's just like a, in between. Yeah, come. So when you're talking, can you take me there? Yeah, you're here. Look at this. But that's it. It's not that, that importance. But when Bhagavan Vacha will come in the second chapter, exactly. But it doesn't mean that here Krishna didn't speak, but it's just like a passing comment, like, yeah, here, they're all here. But it's not like intent to speak. He's not actually taking time to speak. That it will come in second chapter. At that time, Prabhupada will explain. There is a Bhagavan Vacha, Sri Bhagavan Vacha, and Prabhupada will explain who is Bhagavan. And that, something to say. So it's a very good point. But yeah, as I said, it's like a passing comment, like it's not that importance in that. Yeah, we'll move further. 29. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And by the way, this material world, is it temporary or always existing?
Temporary. Yeah.
Means like how it is temporary?
Temporary means there is an end for it.
There is end for it.
Yeah.
And why is that end?
Why is the end? Material thing is only created for us because we wanted to live separate from Krishna. So he's creating it.
Okay, and this, I think it should be a big question for everyone also. So, in a family, Krishna has created, and he knows that we have unlimited beings. I mean, he knows his whole family members. I have heard this from a very fine gentleman. I can say, I can call him a senior Vaishnava. So what he said was, Krishna knows his family members. He knows the end one as well. He knows that with the numbers. And I was asked one more question, by the way, that does Krishna extend his family members beyond his creation? And the answer was no, straight away no. Why I'm asking this is I get these kind of thoughts saying that why Krishna creates this material world, and is there any end to it, like for permanent? I'm asking the question to you.
You're asking me.
Yeah.
I don't see any anywhere. I didn't read anywhere that saying in this state, no, from that day onwards, there's no creation or something. I have never come across.
This topic was really out of my body. I can't say that in my body. It's out of my body.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get an answer.
Similar question was asked to Prabhupada once. Prabhupada once, what happens if everybody in this earth becomes devotee? Everyone, single person. Prabhupada was I think I read this from Prabhupada somewhere, but Prabhupada said, don't think that will happen. There's always demons exist, demonic people exist.
And this pastimes of Krishna, is it out of his personal will, or it is due to the nature of this, what is called, Nitya Baddha? It is the nature of Nitya Baddha, out of their own conditioning, they wanted to enjoy separate from Krishna, and that's how material worlds are created. It's not Krishna injecting into their minds, no, you go and
No,
play,
it's a free will.
come and rescue.
No.
It's not
Yeah.
forcing them, you go and come and rescue.
No.
It's their upon own will.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he
And
has given the option whether to choose me or to choose you. And
Yeah.
choose Maya, kind
Yeah.
of this material world creation.
Yeah.
They straight away said, no, I don't want you, I want to be away from you.
Yeah.
And that's why they said, please create a world for us and you
Yeah.
can do your own.
yeah.
Yeah.
According to your desire, it is created.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the free will. So we have chosen the free will. And we choose even the bodies also. What kind of body? Huh? And we choose even parents also. Okay? To the deepest level, we choose all our free will.
These are main questions like when a person asks this kind of question, these kind of questions really shakes the whole universe. These are these type of questions.
People don't answer because they don't know.
When I say about
They don't want to answer also.
planetary systems, our current date and the below planetary systems.
Yeah.
Like we in the present modern earth, we have the right ability to control the whole universes, because I've seen great things say that, oh my dear king, you're the ruler of 3 worlds or 3 universes. Such a big title people give to people who does this kind of things. Yeah.
Demoniac.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
We were to do in the context. We are living in Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is called Ashashradam Dukkha. It is very clear. And we came here only because of our own will. So we fight like how we came from India to here. Like that we came from going to here. It is our own will.
in Kannada, that's what in Kannada say. In
So it's our answer is very clear and simple. And each you got to do the meaning in the context. So in Kali Yuga meaning it is like that only. It is Ashashradam, and it is Dukkha.
And it's not just Kali Yuga. Whole
Yeah.
material world is
Yeah.
associated with Kali Yuga.
In context to that, Dukkalayam Ashashvatam, but here people, what they say, happily ever after they lived. 100% opposite. Happily, we say Dukkalaya, they say happily. Ashashvatam means temporary, but they say ever after. So, yeah.
Just to add to that, also we are wanting to be enjoyers. Obviously that's how we are getting. Krishna says only I'm going to be the enjoyer in the supreme world. We want to enjoy all go to the material world. We are struggling over here, and Maharaj was explaining in the class that sometimes when they're given seva, we want to enjoy the seva.
Yeah.
And that's not good Maharaj said, because then again our enjoying propensity is coming out, and it's actually that seva is actually not a seva. So you actually should take up the seva that you don't like, because then you're finding it enough.
Exactly.
Get
At
over
least,
that enjoying propensity.
yeah. But at least doing that seva is better than not doing the seva. Then gradually, Krishna will eliminate that ego. Yeah.
Not just the khalya, the world is the khalya, but we are still, even in the temple premises, we're just trying to look at the enjoyment enough, and create the dance and wow, and imagine Krishna.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes they say, Prabhu, what is a prasadam today? Then if it is my favorite prasadam, I will eat, otherwise. Okay. Come back. Come back. Okay, 29 and 30 we'll read it quickly. Yeah. So 29 is finished. So such a phenomena occurs on even spiritual ecstasy as well as the normal ecstasy due to material conception. Okay, 30. So who will going to read 30? Yeah. Now, Mataji, let's give to others also signs. Yeah, Prabhu.
I am now unable to stand here any longer. I am forgetting myself, and my mind is free. I feel only causes of this body. O Krishna, these are our.
Yeah. So, do you want to read the purport also, Prabhu, please?
Due to his impatience, Arjuna was unable to stay on the battlefield, and he was forgetting himself on account of his weakness of his mind. Excessive attachment for material things puts a man in such a deliberate condition of existence. Vayam Vidya Vidi Nisraha Praya. Such fearfulness and loss of mental equilibrium take place in persons who are too affected by material conditions. Arjuna envisioned only painful reverses in the battlefield. He would not be happy even by gaining victory over the foe. The words Nitay are significant. When a man sees only frustration in his expectations, he thinks, why am I here? Everyone is interested in himself and his own welfare. No one is interested in just himself. Arjuna is showing ignorance of his real self-interest by Krishna's will. One's real self-interest lies in Vishnu or Krishna. The conditioned soul forgets this and therefore suffers material pain. Arjuna thought that his victory in the battle would only be a cause of lamentation for him.
Yeah, thank you. So, here we can see, Arjuna is feeling incomprehensible. He can't comprehend what's happening. It doesn't mean that incomprehensible doesn't mean that it is nonsensible. Okay? What he is doing, so because I can't comprehend this, I can't understand this, then what happens? We go to Krishna then, right? And then we'll ask Krishna, oh, I can't understand this, can you explain? So that's what fearfulness and loss of mental equilibrium takes place in the process. Who is too affected by the material condition? So that's what happens if you are too attached to the bodily concept. That what Krishna is going to tell in the second chapter. He's too much attached to the bodily concept of the relatives, friends, and all this with the compassion, ignoring his duty. That's what going to be explained in detail in second chapter for Krishna, by Krishna. So now here we can see he is unable to do anything here. Arjuna is showing ignorance of his real self-interest by Krishna's will. So that's the one more point. So you can see Prabhupada is also saying Krishna's will is taking place here. Why Krishna has to make all these things? Make Arjuna into the Yogamaya and all these things. Why he is making? Yeah, for us then. He would be able to speak Bhagavad Gita. Otherwise, Bhagavad Gita wouldn't have been spoken. And we wouldn't be sitting here and reading Bhagavad Gita also, isn't it? So it's his merciful nature. So he's giving us the opportunity to learn. Yeah, thank you. So now, from now 31 to 35, Arjuna going to explain he don't want to fight for enjoyment reason. Okay, so Mataji, do you want to read? 31, please.
I do not see how any good can come from killing my own kinsman in this battle, nor can I, my dear Krishna, desire any subsequent victory, kingdom, or happiness.
Yeah, the Prabhupada as well, please.
Without knowing that one's self-interest is in Vishnu or Krishna, conditioned souls are attracted by bodily relationships, hoping to be happy in such situations. In such a blind conception of life, they forget even the causes of material happiness. Arjuna appears to have even forgotten the moral codes for Kshatriya. It is said that two kinds of men, namely Kshatriya, who dies on the battlefield, on the battlefront, and the person in the renounced order of life who is absolutely devoted to spiritual culture, are eligible to enter into the sun globe, which is so powerful and dazzling. Arjuna is reluctant even to kill his enemies, let alone his relatives. He thinks that by killing his kinsman, there would be no happiness in his life, and therefore he is not willing to fight, just as a person who does not feel hunger is not inclined to cook. He has now decided to go into the forest and live a secluded life in frustration. But as Kshatriya, he requires a kingdom for his subsistence, because the Kshatriyas cannot engage themselves in any other occupation. But Arjuna has no kingdom. Arjuna's sole opportunity for gaining a kingdom lies in fighting with his cousins and brothers and reclaiming the kingdom inherited from his father, which he does not like to do. Therefore, he considers himself fit to go to the forest to live a secluded life of frustration.
Yeah. So he says, I do not see any good can come from killing my own kinsman in the battle, nor can I, my dear Krishna, desire any consequent victory, kingdom, or happiness. See, this is a situation, what happens when you look at a short-term goal. This prayas and shreyas. This is a Sanskrit word. Prayas is like a short-term goal, and shreyas is like a long-term goal. So if you are looking at a short-term goal, then you think all the short-term situations, and we ignore the long-term. So, like an example, if a child don't want to go to school, what would mommy do? Is say, okay, tell some nice words and force him to do, isn't it? Kids also always want to play, always play, isn't it? That's like a short-term goal. And mommy would be thinking about the long-term goal and force them to go to school and learn. So that is a short-term goal. But here, similarly, Arjuna is saying, I don't want to fight. He's not looking at the long-term goal. So I don't want to fight. This is all it's bad for me. So he started telling, I'll get what is the benefit? What is the benefit in having the kingdom or happiness without anybody whom he knows? So it's something like you have all the things, but nobody to enjoy with. Like even such a scenario, even you can see with the kids also. Suppose if the kid gets some new toy, if they are alone, they play for maybe half a day or something, maybe one day, and then they feel bored of it. Suppose if they want to play with somebody else, they take that toy, somebody else is there, they take the toy and they like to play with other people. They like more joy with when playing with other people, when they have more than one. So even for us also, like suppose if you buy a new car or something like that, we wanted to show it to our friends, isn't it? Show it to the friends and close people. See, I bought a new car, and then they'll say, "Oh wow, very good, nice thing." Then we'll feel happy, and then they say, "Oh, you made a good choice," and then we feel proud, isn't it? Like I'm doing good. But that kind of things, if nobody is there, you are sitting alone, what is the use of this kingdom? What is the use of this bungalow or whatever? So that's what Arjuna is saying with respect to the material enjoyment. So he's giving the option, I don't want to fight because there's no enjoyment alone, sitting alone. Okay, and but Prabhupada is explaining, Kshatriya who dies directly in front of the battlefield under Krishna's personal order, and the person in the renounced order of life who is absolutely devoted to spiritual culture or eligible to the entry into the globe. So Prabhupada is explaining, comparing two different people here, Kshatriya and the person sannyasi, renounced order. What Prabhupada later he'll explain is, Kshatriya fighting in the battlefield is as equivalent to the sannyas order or the renounce order performing the duties. So that is that equivalent. So both are same. And he also says, whoever dies in the battlefield, eligible to enter into the sun globe. It's like a upper planetary system. So they have more facilities. So more better planets. So that's why you don't have to hesitate to do your dharma. So that Krishna tell in the later chapters. Now we'll move to 32 to 35, the big one. So somebody wants to read, please.
O Govinda, of what avails to us our kingdom, happiness or even life itself, when all those for whom we may desire them are now arrayed on this battlefield? O Madhusudana, when teachers, fathers, sons, grandfathers, maternal uncles, father-in-law, grandsons, brother-in-law, and other relatives are ready to give up their lives and property and are standing before me, why should I wish to kill them, even though they might otherwise kill me? O maintainer of all living entities, I am not prepared to fight with them, even in exchange for the 3 words, let alone this cause. What pleasure will we derive from killing the sons of this God?
Thank you. So now he's saying the same words what Sanjay was saying, they're all my father-in-law, grandsons, brother-in-law, all the relatives, they're all sitting here. And then, why should I wish to kill them? Even though they wanted to fight with me and kill me, I don't want to take the thing because what pleasure will I going to get it? That's what he's thinking. And there are beautiful names of Krishna is being used. So here, Govinda, Madhusudana, lot of names are used. So what other names so far been used before for Krishna? And Krishna, Gudakesha. Gudakesha is for? Who is that for? Arjuna. So beautiful. So Prabhupada now is explaining who is Govinda, Keshava, Janardana, Madhusudana. So in 32, Govinda is used. So first line, Govinda. And then Madhusudana in 34. Madhusudana is used in the last word. And then Janardana is also used. Janardana is the last word of 35. So now let's understand the meaning of these names by reading Prabhupada's purport. Please, can somebody read the purport?
Arjuna has said this, Lord Krishna is Govinda, because Krishna is the object of all pleasures, for power and the senses. By using this significant word, Arjuna indicates that Krishna should understand what will satisfy Arjuna's senses. But Govinda is not meant for satisfying our senses. If we try to satisfy the senses of Govinda, however, then automatically our own senses are satisfied. Materially, everyone wants to satisfy his senses, and he wants God to be the order supplier for such satisfaction. The Lord will satisfy the senses of the living entities as much as they deserve, but not to the extent that they make cover. But when one takes the opposite way, namely, when one tries to satisfy the senses of Govinda without desiring to satisfy one's own senses, then by the grace of Govinda, all desire of the living entity are satisfied.
We'll discuss this. So, what is the meaning of Govinda? Both two meanings, And then on object of cows and the senses. So give pleasure to the cows and senses. So what Prabhupada is explaining here is, if you please the senses of Krishna, that's Govinda, then he will please our senses. So such a nice thing, isn't it? So like if you go deeper, like how Krishna reciprocates. If you try to make him happy, he will make you more happy, because he's the controller of the senses, our senses. So that's what Prabhupada is saying. And instead, in different places, Prabhupada also explains how if you satisfy your tummy, the whole body is satisfied. Suppose a hand thinks, I need to pick the food and put it into the mouth. I don't want to do this. Then what happens? You can't eat, and then you won't be eating, and then you won't be satisfying your tummy, and there's no energy. But instead, you take the effort to take the food and then eat it, chew it. Then what happens? Your tummy is fulfilled. Then you will get the energy. The whole hand will be getting energized. So like that, if you satisfy Krishna's senses, then our senses will be automatically satisfied. So that's the pleasure giving to senses, Govinda. Thank you, Mataji. Next.
Arjuna's deep affection for community and family members is exhibited here partly due to his natural compassion for them. He is therefore not prepared to fight. Everyone wants to show his opulence to friends and relatives, but Arjuna fears that all his relatives and friends will be killed on the battlefield and he will be unable to share his opulence after victory. This is a typical calculation of material life. The transcendental life, however, is different. Since a devotee wants to satisfy the desire of the Lord, he can, Lord willing, accept all kinds of opulence for the service of the Lord. And if the Lord is not willing, he should not accept a fasting. Arjuna did not want to kill his relatives, and if there were any need to kill them, he desired that Krishna kill them personally. At this point, he did not know that Krishna had already killed them before they coming into the battlefield, and that he was only to become the instrument of Krishna. This fact is disclosed in the following chapters.
Yeah, finish that, Prabhu. Yep.
As a natural devotee of the Lord, Arjuna did not like to retaliate against his miscreant cousins and brothers, but it was the Lord's plan that they should all be killed. The devotee of the Lord does not retaliate against the wrongdoer, but the Lord does not tolerate any mischief done to the devotee by the miscreant. The Lord can excuse a person on his own account, but he excuses no one who has done harm to his devotees. Therefore, the Lord was determined to kill the miscreants, although Arjuna wanted to excuse them.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yes, I just have a question on this point.
Yes.
So, in the Bhagavatam, Prabhupada explains that sometimes there is capital punishment such that that individual will not keep on perpetuating that mischief. So is that the main motivation for Krishna wanting to kill these miscreant cousins and brothers such that they don't cause more harm?
Yeah. So Krishna literally plotted this plan and bring everyone and then kill them once for all. Finish. It's done. Yeah.
Is it because they must pay? Or is it that there's an account that you must pay for your justice, your discretion, your
It's because
against the bodies?
yeah, adharma to yeah. Who are all adharmic? So he wants to. So when he does this, there are three reasons. One is to take away the adharma and reinstigate the dharma, and then devotees, to please the devotees, protect the devotees. Yeah, paritranaya sadhuna, vinashayata drushkruta, dharma samsthapanartha, sambhavani yuge. This will happen every millennium. It's not.
It's like a turning point in
Yuga, every cycle. Yeah. Don't think that everything is happened cool now. Nothing will be bad. No, don't think that. This place itself is bad. Get out of this place. Yeah.
The ones who try to come from spiritual world, Bhumandal and establish my mission. And
Yeah.
you can bring all the conditioned souls who have been existing in this world.
Yeah.
And show them what freedom is, what life is. And the ones who come for that particular purpose, do they suffer exactly like the way these people suffer? The Nitya Bandhas?
Suffer means
Like,
how? Like
old age disease? Yes, all those things. And like Krishna says one thing for sure. I am existing in everything, but I am not experiencing all your
pain.
yeah.
Okay. The way I understand your question is, does the people like Prabhupada and who came from the spiritual world, will they feel the suffer? No, they won't feel the suffer. Okay, but they will have the same situation like you and me, but their suffering will be like in Bhagavatam, they say the suffering will be shrunk like a small calf of the foot of the calf. They can pass over easily. I'll give you an example. Bhishma, he didn't speak when Draupadi was disrobing. An attempt to disrobe. He didn't speak a word. So, but he didn't stop. When I say he didn't speak, he didn't stop it. So people say, because of that, he has to take the punishment of arrows, having arrows, so many arrows on his body, and then he has to suffer that pain. Okay? But Bhishma Dev is a devotee. He's a Mahajan, one of the Mahajan. How can he do the mistake? Isn't it? But as a Krishna, he took away his pain. So he was lying on the bed, death of bed for 3 months almost. Yeah. Yeah. After that. Yeah. Yeah. Almost 3 months. For waiting for the actual day to come. Yeah, I was asking Maharaj, was he alone? Is there if he wants water or something, what would do? And he said, no, it's not. He's not alone. He was being guarded. People were guarding him and helping him. All right? So he was suffering, but Krishna took away all his pain as a devotee. All right? All right?
Also, I heard in the lecture, it's so beautiful that Krishna actually paid obeisances to
Yeah, when he comes.
Krishna paid obeisances, telling us how we should behave with our relatives.
Okay? So is that answer your question? They also have the pain, but that is a transcendental pain. Okay? All right, I wanted to say something here. So Krishna, here Arjuna is using these words. Why is he using Govinda? Why is he using Madhusudana? Why is he using Janardana? So first he says, "Oh Govinda, of what avail to us the kingdom? Give the happiness." So why he is referring is, Govinda, you give the pleasure to the senses. Then why are you giving me this trouble of killing them? Killing them. All right. So he's counterattacking. And Madhusudana is killer of the demon Madhu. And then you are saying, oh killer of the demon Madhu, you kill the demons. And you are asking me to kill my relatives. What is so fair here? What's going on here? So he's counterattacking him. Okay? And then the last one is Janardana. Janardana means what? Oh, maintainer of all living entities. You are the maintainer of living entities. You are asking me to kill the people. So many people are here. What is going on? He's like that. He's attacking. Okay, so any questions at this stage? Yeah. You mean you are trying to understand they're fighting against Krishna? How is it possible? See, what we need to understand, what is happening is, whatever Krishna says, that is right. Okay? Or we can say, satisfy Krishna, okay, is the only goal. Krishna say, you all fight against me. Okay, we'll fight against you. That's it. That's it, finished, done. Okay? So sometimes Krishna asks you to tell lie. You're going to lie today. You have to lie. Otherwise, it will become adharma. Okay? That's a Krishna consciousness. Okay? So like for Yudhishthira, Krishna asked Yudhishthira to tell lie. As Ashwatthama died, Mother Yudhishthira, no, I'm the, Dharmaraj, like I never go against a dharma or a religion. No, I can't tell lie. Then what happened? He got affected. So, you got my point? That's right. So, yeah. Yeah. So for that, that's what we need to take the shelter of Shastras. And then we were discussing, 3 Sadhu, Shastra, and Guru. We had to ask a gurus. And then they tell you, okay, in this situation, this is correct for you. In this situation, this is correct. Okay? Like sometimes it depends on Kala, Patra, Desha, Kala, Patra. I mean, time, place, and circumstance. See, you can't be always saying, oh, I will always say truth. I'll always say true. And then what happens, suppose there is some murderer coming to your home. They open the door. Is your wife there? I naturally say no. Isn't it? If I say what happened, yes, what happened? They're going to kill my wife. Isn't it? So is that telling lie is good or bad? Okay? Yeah, again, it depends on time, place, and circumstances. Okay? So that is very difficult to understand. So that's why we need to go with the Shastra, Guru, spiritual master. Does that make sense? Yeah.
So, is it true that the only one who can lie is to prevent someone from dying? Like I heard, like that's the only situation. I remember Bhakti Shastri said, if as a result of you telling the truth, then someone else will die, and that's the only situation.
You're putting me in trouble now. I would say there are 2 situations. One is we need to see our short-term goal and the long-term goal. Okay, our short-term goal is getting back to Krishna. If that is affecting, okay, then you can lie. We should make sure that our goals are not affected.
I did not understand.
You didn't understand. All right. Okay, if you go to the merchant, and merchant, in India, they say, if I buy something, they say, this much dollar. And they say, can you give me for half the price? They say, no, I paid, this much. I'll show you the receipt. See the receipt. This is how much I paid. And I'm asking less than this money. Please, that is not the actual price. Look, can you please give me this money? So do you believe what he's saying? Why? Exactly. Right? He's allowed to tell lie. As a merchant, he is allowed to tell lie to make money, to survive.
So are you saying so that shastrically, in the eyes of the Lord, that is permissible?
Yes.
And he's not going to get any karmic reactions for that. Because
Exactly.
that is his dharma.
That's his dharma. Yeah. And it is dharma for you also understand he's not telling truth. Exactly. Yeah. So is that make sense? So it depends on your, kala, desha, kala, patra, time, place, and circumstance.
But at the same time, I've heard He said non-duplicitous people can grant sympathy very easily, and that
Yeah.
means non-dupliciousness means honesty.
Yep. Honesty, yeah. That's why sometimes people won't speak. Right? Then is it telling lie or is it telling, you don't know. Don't take part in that. Yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah?
What I feel, it's not a question what you are doing, telling lie or truth. You yourself know that your consciousness knows what you are.
I think we have to depend on Shastra. Yeah. Shastra. Because if we depend on ourselves, we might do mistake, you know? Yeah. We'll be driven by the mind.
Yeah, the thing is explaining what where you were to say what. But the thing is, the best judgment is your consciousness. What you know everything, whether you are cheating, or whether you are telling lie, or what you are doing.
So we better go with the Shastra. Shastrik and Sadhu and Guru. Yeah? We can discuss. Yeah? Is that okay, Mataji? No problem. So 36 is done. Now we'll read the last 37 to 38. Okay, who's the last volunteer? Please. Please read. Not read? We finished, no? 36? Oh, no. Oh, 36 we didn't finish. Yeah.
Sin will overcome us if we slay such aggressors. Therefore, it is not proper for us to kill the sons of Dhritarashtra and our friends. What should we gain, O Krishna, husband of the goddess of fortune? And how could we be happy by killing our own kinsmen? According to Vedic injunctions, there are 6 kinds of aggressors. 1, a poison giver. 2, one who sets fire to the house. 3, one who attacks with deadly weapons. 4, one who plunders riches. 5, one who occupies another's land. And 6, one who kidnaps a wife. Such aggressors are at once to be killed, and no sin is incurred by killing such aggressors. Such killing of aggressors is quite befitting an ordinary man. But Arjuna was not an ordinary person. He was saintly by character, and therefore he wanted to deal with them in saintliness. This kind of saintliness, however, is not for a Kshatriya. Although a responsible man in the administration of the state is required to be saintly, he should not be cowardly. For example, Lord Ram was so saintly that people even now are anxious to live in the kingdom of Lord Rama, Rama Raja. But Lord Ram never showed any cowardice. Ravana was an aggressor against Ram because Ravana kidnapped Ram's wife Sita. But Lord Ram gave him sufficient lessons, unparalleled in the history of the world. In Arjuna's case, however, one should consider the special type of aggressors, namely his own grandfather, own teacher, friends, sons, grandsons, etc. Because of them, Arjuna thought that he should not take the severe steps necessary against ordinary aggressors. Besides that, saintly persons are advised to forgive. Such injunctions for saintly persons are more important than any political emergency. Arjuna considered that rather than kill his own kinsmen for political reasons, it would be better to forgive them on grounds of religion and saintly behavior. He did not, therefore, consider such killing profitable simply for the matter of temporary bodily happiness. After all, kingdoms and the pleasures derived therefrom are not permanent. So why should he risk his life and eternal salvation by killing his own kinsmen? Arjuna's addressing of Krishna as Madhura, or the husband of the goddess of fortune, is also significant in this connection. He wanted to point out to Krishna that, as the husband of the goddess of fortune, he should not induce Arjuna to take up a matter which would ultimately bring about misfortune. Krishna, however, never brings misfortune to anyone, to say nothing of his devotees.
Sri Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, so according to the Vedic injunction, there are 6 kinds of aggressors. So who can be killed. So one is a poison giver. So in this case, for Pandavas, Kauravas did this? Did they kill anybody? Try to kill anybody? Yeah. So what happened? Anybody know the story? Okay. This Pandavas, like Bhima was, Pandavas were very powerful, means they were knowing all the arts. And then these Kauravas, especially Duryodhana and Dushasana, they were very, very cunning on this. They were not happy with being they're getting good at it. So they wanted to, poison Bhima. So once they poisoned Duryodhana, made him to sit Bhima next to him, and he was feeding poison. So eat, and then he was eating. And then whole time he was eating, and he has put so much poison that anybody other than Bhima would have been killed there itself. But Bhima was playing and playing because he was so powerful. Was playing all the day. And then in the evening he felt drowsy, and then he didn't know that he had poison. And then he slept. He fell unconscious. And then these Kauravas, Duryodhana, and then they wanted to put him into the water, throwing him into the Ganges. But they could not lift him. They were pushing him into the water. They pushed him into the water. Because of his weight, Bhima, directly he went under the bottom of the Ganges. And mysteriously, there is a link there is a link where he went, is a link between the Ganges at the bottom to the Nagaloka. So he was taken away to the Nagaloka. And there they thought, okay, some personality has come, and then all the snakes started biting him. And when the snake started biting him, it with the will of Providence, what happened? It's counterattacked his poison, and he came back to senses. And he was saying, "What is this snakes here?" And then he started killing all the snakes there. And then they got worried. What is this happening? And then they went to the Vasuki. He's a king. You know the Vasuki? Vasuki is a snake used for churning the butter. In the ocean, churning the ocean, not the butter, sorry, churning the ocean. So yeah, that's a bigger another story. So they took him to the Vasuki, and I say, and there they had I don't know, forgot his name. He was the ancestors for Bhima. Bhima's grandfather, great grandfather. He used to be on earth. Grandfather. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't recall his name. So he understood that by people explaining what is happening, the human being. They said, okay, he must be Bhima. Bring him here. And then he saw, okay, Bhima. Then they gave him some ras or a juice. That juice gave him so much strength, equivalent to 10,000 elephants. The strength of 10,000 elephants. And then they gave him the juice, and then usually they take a long time to drink the juice. But he just gulped. And I thought, oh, what is happening here? And then they gave him so much juice that he took so much juice, and then he was having so much strength, and then he slept for 8 days. 8 days and night. And then later they thought, okay, we had to take him back otherwise, their mom and Kunti, they were all worried, where is Bhima? And then Duryodhana, they were just kept quiet, saying nothing happened. They were just keeping quiet. Say, oh yeah, where is Bhima? So they were also thinking they don't know anything. And then when Bhima came back, they took him back to the Ganges river, and then shore of the river. Then he went back. And then after they saw Bhima coming back, they asked him, what happened? And then he started telling all the stories to Pandavas. And then Yudhishthira said, please don't tell anybody, because if you tell, then it will be rivalry among the elders. Then it's not doesn't look good. So don't tell anybody, keep quiet. Even Kunti said, okay, just let's keep quiet. And then that's how, they tried to kill Pandavas, Bhima. And then later again, they poisoned him. and when they tried to poison him, that came to know by, I don't know his name. I forgot his name. So he came and said, see, Bhima, they're going to poison you again. But Bhima didn't mind it because he got that power. He ate all the poison and then he digested. They got worried, no, what's happening here? So like that, so with that incident, they could have killed all these Kauravas straight away, according to the Shastric evidence. All right, so second is one who sets fire to the house. So once, after this incident, Duryodhana still, they're trying to plot some game to kill these Pandavas. So once they sent him to the house of wax, in the Shalak house, they sent him to stay there, and then so they can set a fire to the wax house, so they can all die together. But this was understood by, who is that? Vidura, sorry, yeah. Vidura got the message and he hinted Yudhishthira, be careful, they're going to set a fire to your house. And then that didn't understood by anybody else other than Vidura. Sorry, other than Yudhishthira. They talk in a code words. And then that understood by Yudhishthira. And then he took the help of Vidura and then he escaped from the house before they start firing. In fact, they set the fire onto the house, and all the Kauravas thought Pandavas are already dead. They didn't know that they escaped. So that's one more incident where they could have counterattacked it, and then they could have killed. And there is one more, one who attacks directly deadly weapons. So in the army, when they're fighting, you could see they use the deadly weapons like, Brahmastra and all these astras. And the fourth one is one who plunders riches, means they took away his wealth. They took away his wealth, all his the property they took away, and then they didn't give it back. And the sixth one is one who kidnaps the wife. So is this happened to Draupadi? Yes. Once Draupadi was kidnapped, and then actually twice he was kidnapped. She was kidnapped, and they didn't mind. They said, "Okay, leave it. That's okay. We'll just take care. I mean, we'll tolerate this. Otherwise, it will going to create a big disturbance." So they just tolerated these things. Okay. Otherwise, they would have killed. They are entitled to kill Kauravas anytime. Okay, as Mataji was saying, they were tolerant. Devotees all tolerant. Okay, so 37 and 38, we'll finish this off with for today. So we'll read this. Oh, Janardana, somebody? Kamal Prabhu.
Although these men, their hearts were taken by greed, see no fault in killing one's family or quarreling with friends. Why should we, who can see the crime in destroying a family, engage in these acts of sin? A Kshatriya is not supposed to refuse to battle or temple when he is so invited by some rival party. Under such an obligation, Arjuna could not refuse to fight, because he had been challenged by the party of Duryodhana. In this connection, Arjuna considered that the other party might be blind to the effects of such a challenge. Arjuna, however, could see the evil consequences and could not accept the challenge. Obligation is actually binding when the effect is good, but when the effect is otherwise, then no one can be bound. Considering all these pros and cons, Arjuna decided not to fight.
Yeah. So, although men's their heart overtaken by greed, see no fault in killing one's family. So the crime in destroying a family and engage in these kind of sinful acts. So he's telling, so it's a sin. Not I don't want to do this sin. Okay, so mainly he don't want to get the sinful reaction. Okay, so that ends the third reason for not fighting. Okay, we'll end here, but I'll just recap the whole thing. So what we understood so far is from 27 to 30, Arjuna giving the compassion reason saying, they are my kinsmen, they are my friends, they are relatives, there are 5 levels of relatives, he's explained. So I don't want to, I have a sentimental or a lamentation compassion, saying they're all my relatives, I can't kill them. So that's what's the argument. And then 31 to 35, he's giving the enjoyment. If I kill my relatives, whom I should be able to enjoy my wealth. So there's nobody is there, so I can't enjoy. So I don't need that kind of wealth where I don't need, I can't enjoy with. So then he used the words like Govinda, Madhusudana, Janardana, and he's trying to pacify Krishna, saying, I don't want to kill. And 36 to 38 is giving the sinful reaction. If I kill them, what happens? I'm going to incur all the sins. So why should I kill? And then he's also addressing Krishna as Madhusudana. Madhusudana means, Madhava. Madhava means good fortune. So why are you trying to give me a bad fortune, misfortune, by killing them? So I don't want to take the sins. Please don't want this. And in 37, 38, but destroying family tradition, destroying the family, crime, it's a crime. And then I'm going to get a sin again. So I don't want to fight. So there is last reason for not fighting is 39 to 43 is destruction of family tradition. That we will going to read next week. And the other thing, next week we're going to start with chapter 2 as well. So where the real philosophy starts. So far it's setting the scene to get into actual mood and see the background, why, what happened, how compassionate the Arjuna is, and then how Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita, what context. So okay, anybody have any comments?
I suppose it's just a small point, but it's interesting because Sachinanda Maharaj said, one of the attacks with deadly weapons also applies to like cockroaches and mosquitoes, and some people think, oh, I'm not going to be, but we obviously have health regulations in a lot of the restaurants, so you can't kill cockroaches because they spread disease.
So you mean killing them? Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
Also, one time when Srila Prabhupada was in market, there were so many mosquitoes, and Prabhupada servant was like, oh, I'm not going to kill him. Because it's poisonous.
Yeah, well, the way he was saying is, suppose, you are quiet, and the mosquito, he himself come and started biting him. Then he said, now you kill him. Now you kill him. And before he's trying to attack you, I'm attacking you. Yeah. Yeah,